Welcome back to the channel. This is my Daisy 3 BB gun. Over there is my little firing range, and I've had the idea of making laser sights for this. I don't quite know whether it's any good of an idea. I think we're going to find out. But yeah, what I'm going to use is a broken solar stake light, because if I cover that over, you can see, cover the panel, nothing's going on, the thing's broken, the end of it's broken anyway, so I'm going to use the circuit out of that and this dollar store laser, which is several years old. You might be able to see that the batteries have begun leaking, but being as it takes 4.5 volts, then the solar stake light should be able to convert a 1.2 volt NIMH battery to run this, you know, instead of the little white light you normally get on the stake light. I don't know, and that's going to be interesting to find out in the first case. And I will also need a battery holder, so what I'll do is I'll use the remnants of the one that I cut down. It used to have 3 cells would be on such a thing, and I cut one down that I had to make the one for the little ferrite Tesla tower recently. This is the remainder of it, so I'll be able to use that. So the first thing is to take the circuit out of this laser and then see if we can, well, if we can get it to run from a solar garden stake light. This thing's in a really bad way. You can probably see the 2 rusted screws in there. So I'll get this apart and see what condition that circuit's in. And all I can say at the moment is wow, what happened? I mean, that's just been sat outside and it's got spider webs and all sorts going on. Oh heck. Well, I'll take the circuit out and I'll take the LED off. Whew. Alright, we're a little way along now, and what I've discovered is, first of all, that, yeah, look at the state of that thing. But the light came on when I did put, well, that battery to the circuit. The normal LED came on. So I soldered on these wires instead. Now I've got it connected up to the circuit. That was easy to remove, and connected up to 2 points on it, but I don't know if it works yet. So the next part is to solder these wires onto this battery holder, and let's have a look. It may be the wrong way round. I may have connected them the wrong way round. While I'm waiting for the soldering iron to heat back up again, you may have noticed I've got the positive connection going to one side of the inductor, because the trace on the other side was rusted through. It was all rusted out. So I'm kind of shocked that this does anything, but we don't know yet whether it'll power up the laser, so that's the next thing. Well, I couldn't resist. I was just sitting here waiting a couple of minutes for the soldering iron and thought, no, do you know what, I'll just connect up and have a look. And have a look. The laser is on. I am very pleased that that works. Oh, right, okay, so next thing, solder onto those tabs. There we go, all neatened up. I've also got the on-off switch working now by connecting to the other 2 pins rather than the originals, which means that off is now on and on is now off. But it's there it is, it's nice and neatened up. Okay. And another thing I did off camera was to spray some of this Corrosion X on the circuit board itself before gluing it, which should hopefully allow it to, well, to stop decaying and keep on running. Right, what you're looking at now is a wall, but on that wall is the laser dot, and here is the gun. You can see how I've mounted it, the laser to the top and the circuit to the side. What I've got is a hard piece of foam, and I've also got a twisty tie. And what that enables me to do is to change the angles slightly. I can push that foam that's slanted forwards and backwards, and I can also change the metal within the twisty tie, such that I can actually sight up the gun itself, the laser. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, and then to try it out. And here's where things get pretty interesting. I had an event happen and thought, well, I'll review the footage of it. And it was about 12:30 in the afternoon. First thing that happened though was this possum who turned up to check out the cat's food bowl. I only thought these things came out in the evenings. It's only when I've seen them before. But I suppose with nobody being around, he felt quite safe to come out and check that out. So there we are, possum in the daytime. Here I am when I've come out shortly afterwards. And the first thing I did was, well, I was trying to sight it up a little bit with a bit more range. You can see me there wafting the gun around. The laser is on the wall and all sorts of things. I've evidently not brushed my hair or anything. Didn't expect this to work out. It was just a test. But anyway, I realised I was getting a glint off the bottles at the end. They're about 70 feet away, somewhere like that. So I decided, well, I'll have a go at this. I cocked the gun, thought I'll hold, and then what happened was I actually got the shot. And I was really surprised the first time out with the laser sight, and there it was. So complete with a silly old man laugh. Yay. So there we are, it worked first shot, about 70 feet away. And here is the gun now with it in place, and what I've done is I've put a little piece of blue tack behind, and that holds it on just as well, and it's easy enough to get the battery in and out. I'm very pleased with what's happened. I will be trying it, I think, in when it gets a bit darker and such, make it easier to see the dot itself. But there we go. A laser on a BB gun. Thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. And see you next time. Right, see if we can get some good luck again. Put the battery in case this is on camera. I think it just clips it.